Hey, sorry about that, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Vega here for Serpent X Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto. This time a little bit different, doing it on X and YouTube. This is a weekly show that I usually do every Saturday. I know it's the holidays, might not do one in Christmas as we get closer to the holidays, but this show, I encourage you or ask you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, energy drink, coffee, tea, whatever you got. You don't like caffeine, go ahead and grab some water as we go over this week's crypto news. My apologies for the technical difficulties that we were having before. We'll see if it catches up with everything. As you can see, Bitcoin has not hit over 100K, unfortunately, but hopefully it will eventually. We shall see. I see some people saying they're in from X, some from YouTube. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully the stream will catch up. It was acting very, very choppy. So far, we dropped about 4.6 frames restreaming. But yeah, bourbon in the morning. All right, Dan. All right. Don't know about all that, but yeah, definitely gonna drink me some coffee. It's been a busy, busy week, as I'm sure all of you had. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving with your family, friends, by yourself, wherever you are in this world. It was good. It was good. Good to see my sister. Good to see my nephew. Hang around with pops, moms, my uncle. So yeah, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Looks like the stream is super delayed right now. Let me check X real quick. So thank you for stopping by wherever you guys are right now. Looks like it's consistent, so we're just gonna ride with it. If it gets choppy, my apologies. Yeah, appreciate y'all. All right, so let's see what we got here. Got a few news articles, some controversial towards the end. We'll see how things go. Quick thank you to everybody swinging through on YouTube. Automatic Beats, Son of Rabbit Panda, Endless Mining, Jay Bohannon, Dan Ruggs, Be More, Stupid, looking for group. Altcoin season is almost here. I'm looking forward to it. Crypto Craig, Crypto, I'm just going to say Crypto Queenie over here. All right. Chris Hanley, hope you're doing good. Dan San, Crypto Pounder 4, hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And then obviously on X, I saw you. There you go. R252, what's up, bud? So trying something new. Let me get this chart a little bit better. As you can see here, we still have not crest over 100K yet. I expected this. I said this last time. You know, obviously every time during the holiday seasons, like myself, taking profits in order to recoup, pay for Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals coming up. A lot of good Black Friday deals out there. I did ask the community if you wanted me to do a Black Friday deal video for anything crypto related, right? And nobody chimed in, so I honestly haven't had the time. And then two, I'm guessing you guys didn't care for it. Really good deals by my fellow colleagues and content creators out there in the tech space, you know, like Paul's Hardware, that can be technically applied to a crypto mining sense. But I haven't done one per se. If you really are interested in one, I'll see what I can do. But busy today, busy tomorrow. Wifey's events coming up tomorrow. If you guys are in the Jacksonville, Duval area in Florida, little puff and paint where it's kind of like painting with a twist, but with a little bit more green, if you know what I mean. So if you're in that area, make sure you check it out. Thank you, Crypto Mikkel, and some of y'all coming on over to hang out with us. So yeah, Bitcoin not at 100K, but am I discouraged? No, not at all. Will Bitcoin hit 100K by the end of the year? I mean, it's likely, right? To get to 100K from where we are right now, I mean, it's not much of a jump, right? Let's say it's like 3 to 4%, somewhere in there. So it's certainly possible. However, you got a lot of people calling for higher numbers by the end of the year, or even higher numbers by Q1 2025. So we'll go over some of those news articles as we go forward. But going back to Thanksgiving, which was just the other day, talking Bitcoin at Thanksgiving is different this time. It certainly is different, right? Rather than explaining the different nuances and why Bitcoin is such a valuable asset that somebody should consider adding to your portfolio. None of this live stream is financial advice, but explaining it to my family, right? My mom's already diverse in it. My sister, not so much. She's not into Bitcoin. She's into Ethereum, and I told her that she should really diversify herself. But yeah, like it's different this time. I'm not having to explain all the different nuances of Bitcoin and the fundamentals. Instead, it's, oh, hey, Bitcoin almost hit 100K. Oh, hey, Donald Trump is a big proponent of crypto. And like, it's a completely different atmosphere. And I'm not having to explain the technical side of it much anymore. My family are just more aware of it because I've been teaching them over years. So sitting down at Thanksgiving dinner, it was more, hey, how about that Bitcoin, right? Kind of like the same thing, like, how about them Cowboys? It's the same statement almost, except it's Bitcoin. So it's definitely been fun talking about crypto with my family. Obviously, my uncle, who's very, he's not technical, he's great with automotive, but as far as technology is not his forte. You know, he doesn't care for it. But eventually, what's going to happen is those people that aren't technical, that don't care for the underlying asset or the fundamentals or the technical aspects, are going to still get their positions in there in some form or faction, right? Like 1%, 2%, 5%. But it's definitely been different this year, and I would agree with that. Nothing to read from this article in particular. There's a couple other ones that I will, but it's the same points, right? Bitcoin, talking about Bitcoin this holiday is different. DJT, Don J. Trump, and his pledge to make crypto, you know, kind of, or the U.S. a crypto hub. It's a different feel, and it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing. I'm excited that I can't even talk today, but I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. I hope you guys are chilling too. While Bitcoin hasn't hit 100K, doesn't mean anything. This is just more opportunities, and I have my bots running away, trying to pick up $10 here, $20 there, steady on Bitcoin. There's a token called FOMO that's up about 36% right now. Where's this guy at? FOMO Bull Run Bull Club. Okay. 24-hour volume was only 1,400. What chain is this on? Let's go to markets. Okay, so what? Where's the markets? All right, be careful with new tokens like this. It might be good, right? It might be a 10x situation, but just be careful, man. Because these tokens, they have a nice little pop, and then they just drop like a rock, and then you're stuck holding the bag. Just be careful. Anyways, XRP over almost $2, up 8.87%. We got an article about that. ICP. And not Insane Clown Posse. I know I keep making that joke, but it's not that. Internet Computer. Algorand up to around 43 cents, up around almost 10%. EOS coming back from the dead. Jeez Louise. Haven't heard of EOS in a while. 6.45%. And then you got some other tokens in here like Tether, FET, so on and so forth. Would like to see, you know, Caspa pop off. I mean, Caspa's still around 16 cents. I mean, it's gonna die around 16 cents if it doesn't pick up. It's not gonna die. Don't let me get the Caspian army on my ass. I'm just tired of it sitting around 16 cents. Is that too hard to ask? Can we get like 20 cents and just stay there at least for a little bit, then pump up to 25 cents? But I know a lot of ASICs or people mining Caspa need to sell to take their profits to cover their overhead. So I ain't hating. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you at me in the live chat. Like Chris Hanley said, best wishes to you, my friend, as well. Son of Rabbit Panda says Autobots assemble. Yep, got I talked about on the channel 3 commas. If you haven't checked that out, and a number of other bots. You obviously got your Telegram bots, your Bonk bots, all kinds of stuff. And there's some privateers out there that have some really awesome bots that I would love to get my hands on if somebody would tell me. Matter of fact, I could use a hand. My team, it could use a hand in a specific bot. So if you got any contacts, hit me up on the DL, all right? On the down low. DMs, you know how to find me. Twitter, Discord, wherever it might be, because we need one for certain projects. It's called a automatic market making bot. And it's for other stuff. Okay? So hit me up. Moving on, Bitcoin liquidity index points to 100K local BTC top by January 2025. So 110K by January 2025, or sometime in January 2025. Right now, we know we're sitting around 96K, but it could rise above 110 before the end of January, based on a correlation with the global macro investors total liquid index. Say that 5 times fast, which offers a aggregate view of the major central banks' balance sheets. If the 10K price tag is just a local top of the current Bitcoin cycle, wrote Raul Powell, founder and CEO of Global Macro Investor, on November 29th post, which was yesterday. There's been a lot of limitations or imitations of this chart going around with the wrong phasing. Here's an update from the original from our work at Global Macro Investor. All right. So you can see the black line here is getting near 110K. And we come down here, maybe it's like the beginning of January. I would think maybe middle or to end of January, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. I'm just some dude on the internet. Provided the Bitcoin price follows the liquidity index, Bitcoin's right-hand side, which marks the lowest bid price someone is willing to sell their cryptocurrency for, will peak around 110 January 2025 before falling to 70K by February 2025. Okay. So, I don't know. I think there's a lot of buying opportunities and pressure to buy back up as soon as we dip below 90K. Like, there's going to be so many people trying to gobble it up. 88K, 86K, 82K, 78, 76, 72, 74, 72, and then 70K. So, like, if we did fall drastically like that, I think there would be a lot of institutions, retail, a number of people wanting to grab the Bitcoin, because you could say 100K is too high, but a high to what? You know, like K-Dub said, high to what? $1 million? You were saying 20K was too high, and now you wish you would have bought back at 20K. Make up your mind, right? You keep sitting on the sidelines saying, oh, it's too high, it's too high, it's too high. And you keep going for these lower cap assets and altcoins, and you're missing out on the opportunities. Come on. Best mining Dutch tutorial, go. What? You know what's funny? You're calling me out, Trips. I did put my scripts on mining Dutch because of the token junk, and then somebody, who was it? Somebody did a video, and I took my stuff off. It's like every time somebody, see, I wait, right? As a YouTuber, I know, and I'm not even a big YouTuber, but I know if I say something like, "Oh, this coin's popping off, it's the most profitable," everybody's gonna turn their rigs on, go to that coin, and just ruin the profits for everybody else. So I wait and I sit back and I calculate, and you know, small, like if you're in the Discords, like Misfit Mining, Son of a Tech, Dgens, like we're communicating, we're all aware, like we're already mining whatever asset is hot before the rest of the public is. But then when a YouTuber says it, then it just goes to crap, and then yeah. So anyways, mining Dutch, profitability, mining junk coin was fun until somebody said something, and then it went down, so I switched off and just sticking to Doge, Litecoin, and Bell's coin. But anyways, back to Bitcoin. Growing M2 money supply to fuel Bitcoin's 2025. The potential correction below 70K is only temporary due to what Paul called an interim peak in liquidity, which he expects to continue rising into the third quarter of 2025. The growing money supply is a historical catalyst for Bitcoin price, according to Alvin, a chief operating officer of BitGet Wallet. We got a quote here that he said that the increase in liquidity from the Fed typically enhances the market conditions for risk assets like Bitcoin. Historically, such liquidity injections have led to increased investor interest and capital inflows into cryptocurrency. Other analysts expect global liquidity to peak at the end of January 2026. I'm not sure if I agree with either point right now, but these guys have been in the financial sector much longer than I have. So I'm going to sit back, stack my sats, dollar cost average, and just chill. Take profits when I need to pay bills, but I'm just going to chill. Based on historical data, Bitcoin could be set to absorb up to 10% of the newly printed money supply. This may attract $2 trillion worth of new investment into Bitcoin during 2025, based on the prediction of 20 trillion liquidity interest. And we got this chart here. Post-halving parabolic upside, post-halving parabolic upside. Okay. So we're at the beginning of it. If I move out of your way, this green box right here, right? So this is the first one, or the previous one. And then this green box right here that I'm circling is the next one, right? So that is the upside that we could hit. And it's very hard to see, but this is 150K. So right here where my mouse is, which is about 3/4 of the way to the top, is 150K. So 200K Bitcoin, according to this chart, and I guess past trends as from the post-halving parabolic upside, is possible. And I would agree with that. But let's get to 125K first before we start screaming for 200K. All right, let's get to 125, and then we'll go from there. Based on the above weekly chart, Bitcoin has fully transitioned to parabolic upsides phase of the cycle, wrote Rec Capital. And they also got another quote here. I think this is actually James from Real Vision. Longer term, this is where I am for the cycle. A 12-month forecast based on the linear relationship with liquidity, but Bitcoin cycles are not linear. I think we're going to get much higher than this. Much higher than what? The 127 trillion? Okay. That's possible. And if we have that influx of liquidity into the market, you know, yeah, Bitcoin could definitely hit these numbers. Like let's be realistic here. Let's say 125 to 200K is possible throughout the year of 2025. Now 2026 and beyond, we'll have to see how things pan out. Obviously, a black swan event, the world situations, the tensions, global tensions can play a fact into it. We got another major YouTuber here, Samson, calling for a $1 million Bitcoin in 2025. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Either way, I'm not selling my Bitcoin. I'm selling primarily my altcoins, again, to cover bills and stuff like that. I know a lot of people are hanging on to Bitcoin. The bad thing is that we're all sitting around hodling, right? Diamond handing and just sitting on the asset and nobody's trading it. That can also be bad. But the good thing is that there are people trading it. The institutions, the bankers, the investors, the wealthy are trading Bitcoin. They're pumping it. Retail's still in there, you know, buying bags here and there. But most of us are just chilling. We're just chilling, sitting on what we got. As Bitcoin heads for nearly 40% November gain as it edged closer towards 100K. Wow, has it really been that? When was the beginning of November? Hang on. Okay, I want to measure that. November. Let's start from the lowest part of November, which was the 4th, right? The day before the election. And then right now, that's a 48% increase right now. That's not bad. So October was really good, and now November's looking pretty good. Interesting. So obviously we all know that after the election, and DJT was confirmed to be the next president of the United States, the market went crazy. Things are looking good, hence the reason where we are today. Bitcoin is on pace for a post 38% gain in November, according to Coinmetrics, which would make the month the best since February, which it gained 45% following the launch of Spot Bitcoin ETF. That was also ahead of its first new record high, record of the year since November 2021. On a intraday basis, Bitcoin was last higher by more than 2% at 97K. Earlier, it traded at 98K, fell 4.75%, while Bitcoin proxies, MicroStrategy, Mara Holdings gained 0.67 and 1.86 respectively. Investors in November are pricing Trump's second presidency, pricing in his presidency. During his re-election campaign this year, he pitched himself as to Americans as the candidate who will bring crypto industry out of the dark period defined by many by the absence of clear digital asset regulations. There's the words right there. Clear digital asset regulations, rules, right? Not regulation by enforcement, but rules. Hey, don't do this. Do this. If you're going to set up this is what you need to fill out. When you fill out this form, then you need to do this form. Like, not just kick in your door and slap you with a Wells notice and then take you to court 2-3 months later. So we talked about this before. Nothing's changed about it. So I don't feel like repeating it. I don't think that would be beneficial to repeat it. You probably heard it from many other content creators out there. But with the Bitcoin ETFs, including the BlackRock's popular IBIT fund, registered strong inflows, including the largest day of inflows ever on one point, initially offsetting sell pressure from long-term holders who took profits, right? So as we got close to 100K, which I think Crypto Bubble was like, which one of y'all OGs are taking profits right now? Because like we were right there at 100K and you sold when we could have broke 100K and then you took profits. But you know, you can't hate on them because it could have hit 100K and then somebody else, some other big fish or big fishes or whales, whatever you want to call it, took profits and then they didn't get to sell at 100K. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know, if you try to time the top, you're going to oftentimes miss it. If you try to time the bottom, you're going to oftentimes miss it. So just take profits when you need to, pick up when you need to. Stop sitting on the charts all day. Unless you do that, unless that's your full-time job, then do you, whatever. But yeah, I remember Crypto Bubble calling, which I haven't seen him in a while, but he popped in just to say, like, which one of y'all took profits? Options on Bitcoin ETFs began trading, ushering a new way to trade and speculate on the price of Bitcoin. We got net inflows here. Wow, that's a lot of net inflows in November. Jeez Louise. Over 1 billion, 1 billion, a little bit over 1 billion. Long-term Bitcoin holdings. Bulls expect the price to reach 100K by the end of 2024. So it hasn't happened just yet. It hasn't happened this Thanksgiving. It was close, but not quite. Again, only 3 to 4% away. Not too bad. While the outcome of the U.S. election boosted the price in short term, many investors agree its impact as a Bitcoin catalyst will stay behind in 2024. The coin has already largely de-risked from the regulatory perspective. There's little uncertainty about how it trades or its role in as a digital gold, and investors are relying on its fundamentals to keep taking the price higher. Specifically, between the reduction in Bitcoin supply, which there is only so much supply, period, right? It's fixed. There's no other supply, right? There's 21 million. That's it. Circulating supply right now is at 19.78 to 19.79 million, right? So if 21 million is the max, like it's going to shorten every time, every halvening. But there's only ever going to be so much Bitcoin. So yeah, taking advantage of that, grabbing it while you can, is definitely possible. And I know many people are saying that it's going to be hard for everybody to earn or own one Bitcoin. But I hope we're all doing our damnedest to at least try to get to one Bitcoin if you haven't already gotten more than one Bitcoin, which some of you have, and congratulations, I'm happy for you. Do not say how much Bitcoin you have in a public setting. Do not be stupid and tell people how much of a particular asset you own. Stop doing that. That is dumb. You're going to risk yourself, your family. Like, stop. Like, you can share percentages of your portfolio, but don't tell people how much of a particular asset you have. That's just fucking stupid. Please stop doing that. Sorry. Enough of my tirade. Anyways, Bitcoin CME futures hit 100K for the second time this week with Bitcoin spot price to follow. I got a tag here. Crypto Craig, not for sure if you have followed the Ecourse security drama, but what do you think about the draining that happened lately? Like with Geek of All Trades as example. Oh, I have not heard of that, Crypto Craig. So there was a compromisation of the Ecourse security infrastructure, and Geek of All Trade lost some funds. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me, guys? All that for nothing. Your flux might be gone tomorrow. Watch this before it's too late. What? Really? I did not know that. Here, let me tell you something real quick. No disrespect to Dan and Jafiki, intelligent. I was gonna say young man, but we're about the same age. Dan and Jafiki, I like them as individuals. I don't care so much for Flux. I did in the past, but there was a lot of OGs in the space that helped Flux get to where it is, and then they were kind of left holding the bag. So I shut down my node a while ago, and I don't have any assets in the Zelcore wallet. If I did, it might be like 18 cents, so you can have it if you're going to drain it. But no, I'm good. I'm good. I did not know. I have to watch this, Crypto Craig. I have no comments to add because I am not properly informed. And you know me, I don't like to talk on stuff that I'm not properly educated on. And if I do make mistakes, I always appreciate the constructive criticism that you, the community, provide to me. And education that you all provide to me. But yeah, we need to look into that. Not for sure what happened, but check out his video. I would definitely do that, Crypto Craig. Thank you for that information. I want to know if there's a way to move the Flux nodes to SSP without having to redo the whole node. I think you have to redo the whole node, to be honest. Golden Wolf, Crypto Mikkel might be the only one that can talk about that. And Crypto Mikkel is also saying that he's the only one that had his Flux drained. Is that true? Does anybody had their Flux or Zelcore wallets drained? That can speak on it? Because it's got 7.8K views on Twitter alone. So if that's the case, that's going to spread FUD around the Flux ecosystem, which is not good because a lot of Flux is partnered with a lot of other cryptocurrencies and a lot of other cryptocurrency projects. So if it's only one person out of a data set of one, that's not really good. We want to get more data sets out there, like the Avalon Nano 3. I have people hit me up on my videos saying I bought 3. Now 2 of them are dead. One's the only one alive. As soon as I knew about it, I told you guys to stop mining with the Avalon Nano 3 from Canon at high because it's pushing its MOSFETs and its VRMs, or the chips, the little SMDs on this board, to its fullest, and it's overheating it, especially if you're in hot Florida like I am. So as soon as we got more data from that, because it was reported to me by a number of my colleagues, including Crypto Mikkel, I was like, yeah. Isn't typo. Isn't typo. He isn't the only one. Ooh, Zelcore is not a Flux product. No, it isn't. It is a wallet built by somebody that the Flux team got behind. But haven't they been coming out with regular updates? Do we know what the security vulnerability is? Do we know what that security vulnerability is the question. Let me see here. I'm pulling it up right now just to take a look. Right? Like anytime you open this wallet, there it is. An update has been available, downloading, right? Tells you the updates. Minor bug fixes. A range of minor bugs have been fixed to improve overall. It doesn't tell you anything about the bugs. These updates don't really tell me much. But see, there's an update, and so when I close it out and reload it, it's going to apply those updates. Is there a patch already, or we don't know? I'll have to do some research into it. You guys can get me up to speed later. Let me continue on with the news so I don't lose our viewers. But that's very interesting to me. So Geek of All Trades isn't the only one that was impacted. And their funds in Zelcore, which is not a Flux product, were drained. Am I getting that right? Keep your Flux on an exchange. There's other wallets that support Flux. They're brute forcing the PIN codes. Yeah. Okay. So it's a brute force attack. I mean, that's not exactly new. But they would need your Zelcore ID password, which if you're using the same password, which a lot of people do across multiple different arenas. See, that's the thing though. Like, when we create an account, like let's say we're creating an account at Hum Pool, we're creating an account at DX Pool, we're creating an account at F2 Pool, right? And we're using that same password that we log into those entities to connect our miners and all that stuff. And that password gets compromised, and now it's on the dark web, and that's data dumped somewhere, and somebody picks it up, and they figure you out. Like, oh, this is a popular YouTuber, or oh, this is a popular banker, this is a popular content creator in the tech space. If you're using that same password across different applications, then yeah, it's just a brute force attack. You're going to fail multiple times, but there's going to be that one that you get in, and now you get access to their funds. So I could see that. I could certainly see that. If it's a brute force attack, though, then that's not really on Flux's end. That's on the end user's end to keep their PIN up to date, or to change it every once in a while, or to update their user ID and password on a regular basis, to add 2FA if they don't have 2FA. Like, that's the type of stuff that you want to do. It's a man-in-the-middle attack in the DNS stack, my opinion. Okay, do we have forensic data, like, on the report yet? If not, let's hang tight, and we'll look into it later. Like, it's Thanksgiving holiday. I have not had time to keep up with any of this shit. Sorry. But that's good information. I appreciate you guys all doing that. So be more stupid. says that 2FA is a static pin code, so you can brute force it. Yeah, the pin code that you put in is static for the Zelcore wallet. Like, it doesn't change unless you change it. They brute forcing the pin codes. But they have to have the user ID and password first, don't they? Be more stupid? And if that information was leaked, right? Like if Geek of All Trades was using I'm the GOAT 2024 or something, then yeah, it probably could be like very easy to figure out with brute forcing attacks. So we'll have to see. I'll look into the video. We'll have to see exactly what's going on. All right, so anyways, Bitcoin CME futures hit 100K for the second time in a week. Will Bitcoin spot price follow? On November 29th, the futures on Chicago, or the SME, rose to 102K for the second time in 7 weeks after initially hitting the milestone in November 22nd. Bitcoin's spot price has yet to reach 100K. And that's what I was saying. Like, I think Crypto.com also had 100K on their chart. But we haven't officially hit 100K in all, like, Bitcoin period on the spot chart. So I'm waiting for that to happen. According to the Cobyists, I'm not even sure how I say this right, letter, Bitcoin futures open interest on CME surpassed 40,000 contracts. And prior to that, November 28th, Thanksgiving holiday, CME Bitcoin futures volume was at 12.3 billion. Demand for Bitcoin is through the roof. Open interest for Bitcoin CME has surpassed 40,000 contracts. Since the beginning of the year, the total number of outstanding contracts for Bitcoin has doubled. To put this into perspective, at 2021 November peak, open interest was 58% lower at 17K. This comes as Bitcoin market cap has reached a record 1.94 trillion. Matter of fact, what is it right now? Yeah, 191 trillion. So it's doing good. It'll take time. It's doing good though. So basically, open interest is up. Records are being set for the ETFs and for the CME futures. It's going to continue to rise up. Bitcoin's going to continue to do good. And we'll see how things go. But it's not just Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's moving sideways, now we have Grayscale crypto portfolio up 85%, driven by triple-digit altcoin gains. Because a lot of people in Bitcoin has switched over from or switch their Bitcoin from Grayscale to iBit or VanEck or ARC21, whatever. But Grayscale is still doing pretty good because right here, XRP rally to $2.57 before the end of 2024. That's what they're expecting. XRP right now is about $1.84, I think, $1.86. So as things continue to grow, like, and Bitcoin chops sideways, which is doing right now, you see these altcoins ever climb higher. What altcoins are you looking at? What altcoins are you trying to stack on, right? That you might be able to rake in some profits later on. A lot of people have consolidated, like myself, into Bitcoin, but I still have a few altcoins. And like one of the tips I gave y'all back in the day over a year and a half ago was try to see if you could stack up on system or network tokens. So the Avalanches, the Solanas, the Chainlinks, the Sues, you know, whatever it might be, stack up on those tokens. Polygon's not doing me any favors, unfortunately. It is up relative, but it's just not doing as good as it could be, in my opinion. But yeah, Grayscale crypto holdings have significantly increased during November as altcoins like Stellar and XRP registered triple-digit gains, reinforcing analyst prediction of the incoming altcoin season, which is what one of our viewers were just talking about earlier in the stream. Grayscale Trust investment, cryptocurrency holding have increased by over 85% in market capitalization during the past month. The asset management giant portfolio's increase was primarily driven by Stellar and XRP. Stellar rose about 461% on the monthly chart, and XRP rose about 262% during the past month. The Decentraland, or MANA, Metaverse token, was Grayscale's third biggest gainers, up over 105% during the past month. Then we saw Ethereum rise, expected to rise to around $4,000 before January 20th, when President-elect DJT officially takes office. Analysts eye altcoin season and XRP price rally to 2.57 or $2.57. Bitcoin dominance fell below its 2-year support line on November 30th, which is seen by analysts as a signal for the incoming alt season when investors are taking profits from their Bitcoin positions and investing part of the funds into altcoins, right? So reallocating, removing some Bitcoin funds to hopefully ride the wave for some of these other assets, right? It's anticipated that XRP could reach approximately $2.57 during December 2024. Notably, XRP's price trends may be influenced by Bitcoin halving cycle. Historically, XRP has shown significant growth around 228 days after a Bitcoin halving. Further progress on the potential XRP ETF would be a major price catalyst for the coin, said Lee, asset manager for 21 Shares. XRP and other altcoins may also benefit from fundamental price catalysts leading into January, such as the SEC chair Gary Gensler stepping down. Those could signal the acceptance of a more crypto-based ETF and favorable cryptocurrency regulations, as Paul Atkins, a former SEC commissioner, has emerged as a leading candidate who is known for his pro-innovative stance and crypto expertise. So the right people, right places, and right positions in the political arena, as well as continued growth for the alt season. So Bitcoin dominance hints as altcoin season analysts eye XRP price rally in 2025. So same thing that we just mentioned. Bitcoin dominance is falling. Matter of fact, let's go check out the Bitcoin dominance and see how that is doing. It's at 56.2. I wouldn't say it's fallen that much, but yeah, like you can see, it's been climbing up throughout this year. It's a nice little dip right here, like right at the very end. Could we see some of these altcoins start to climb? Yeah, because you can see others is registering an increase of 4.1%, while Bitcoin is down 3.8%. So, but I still think Bitcoin is going to be the 100K plus asset that we need it to be, chopped sideways, and then the altcoins will catch up. Usually when Bitcoin rises, the altcoins tend to fall right when Bitcoin is rising at that very moment, but eventually the altcoins start to catch up and climb and climb and climb. So we'll see how things go. But again, all positive indicators. Analyst warns of leverage-driven pump as XRP price soars. So the recent price activity from XRP is leverage-driven, is what he's saying. CryptoQuant, we know about CryptoQuant. Analyst Martin highlighted that XRP's current price increase is a leverage-driven pump with a similar event in the past ending in a 17% correction. So XRP to possibly correct to 17%. Now, could it get to that $2.57 that they're wanting? Yeah, possibly. But then there's going to be a 17% correction. According to CryptoSlate data, XRP's price is at $1.72 at press time, which right now it is at $1.86, as we just mentioned, up 16.4% over the past 24 hours to become one of the best performing crypto in the top 10. The open interest in XRP futures increased 37%, and moreover, XRP climbed 232 in the past month, which is over the 4 times higher than a crypto market average return of 57%. XRP started its run, no thanks, nearly 1 week after the U.S. election. During the campaign, Trump's crypto-friendly approach brought investors optimism, sparked gains in various altcoins, including XRP that crossed over the $1 threshold for the first time since November 2021. Yet, XRP's most significant pump happened after November 21st, and U.S. SEC Chair Gary Gensler announced, we already know all this. Why are we repeating ourselves? Because we're all different articles, duh. Notably, 4-year legal battle with Ripple. Okay, yeah, the legal battle between Ripple and the regulator, the SEC, tries to prove in court that the XRP sales were, in fact, unregistered securities offering. The major price movement can then cause the lawsuit to be dismissed with the start of Trump term, making XRP a sound investment. In addition to positive news suggesting XRP may be discarded as a security in the U.S., Ripple has been making key developments recently. So the team is still pushing. There's a likely chance that the XRP law situation or legal situation might get dropped, which is obviously leading to XRP kind of leading to altcoins, but it's not the only one. Dogecoin leads the meme coins during a rally, right? So as Bitcoin's price climbed up, so did Doge. Matter of fact, what is Doge at right now? Doge is sitting at 42 cents. You can see that on the 7-day it's low, but if we zoom out, it's doing pretty darn well, right? If we look at the monthly at the beginning here, end of October, beginning of November, November 1st, we were at 16 cents. We hit a high of around 47, 48 cents. And then now we're at 42 cents. So Bitcoin chopped sideways, altcoin, Dogecoins chopped sideways, have a nice little pump up, and then we'll continue moving forward. But Dogecoin is definitely leading the meme coins. Not all meme coins have done good, unfortunately. But I suspect you guys will have your meme coin craze in the future. Ethereum, though, did see some increase in activity, at least trading activity and price discovery. Because while Bitcoin was climbing up, everybody was like, why is Ethereum not doing the same thing? Why is Ethereum just sitting on its ass? Well, it finally got off of it and has climbed up. And right now it's around 3,600, almost 3,700. It did break over 3,700, but has pulled back a little bit. And I did use this asset to take some profits and pay some bills. Do you hate me for it? I don't know. I think we can all do whatever the hell we want with our own crypto assets. But I think Ethereum might be able to hit a 4K, maybe 4,200 price. To hit that target, though, let's see where we would need to do. Let's say it's middle of the week. We're climbing before the next couple weeks or before Christmas. To get to 4,200, that's only a 14% increase. I think that is certainly possible. But I still just don't like the cost to utilize the ecosystem, unfortunately. But this article is talking about the same thing, right? You know, as Bitcoin continued to enjoy the huge benefits of DJT's election win, Ethereum wasn't doing too good, but then now started to climb up. It's now up 13% and has a, what is that? The second largest cryptocurrency now claims over 13% of the 3.33 trillion market cap, which, by the way, let's go to the market cap again. Okay, $441 billion. That's up almost 2%. Not bad, not bad at all. So Ethereum could surge even higher. I expect it to surge even higher. I'm probably going to take even more profits, but I'm really eyeing, the targets that I'm eyeing to take profits is that 42 to 4,500, then 65 to 7,000. Now, can Ethereum hit those targets? It's possible. It might take some time. It might not be to 2026 before, or the end of 2025 until Ethereum hits near 7K, but I'm going to take a little bit of profits. The Ethereum ecosystem is the biggest ecosystem, dApps, DeFi, all that out there. It's just not something I like the fees on, and I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. Either way, things are looking good for Ethereum as it continues to climb up, but so does all the other coins climb up while Bitcoin's chopping sideways. Now, this article says crypto market prepares for huge altcoin surge. Here are the top 5 coins to watch. I don't care about what they're saying, but they do mention Ondu Finance, Avalanche, Chainlink, Mantra, which I saw a nice little pump. And there was one more, but I think it's a meme coin. XYZ is a star player. XYZ Verse, the Ultimate Fusion, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's a meme coin. And if you like it, cool. I don't care for it. Ondu Finance, Avalanche, Chainlink, Mantra. I never gotten into Mantra. I probably should have grabbed some before this recent pump, but too little, too late whatsoever. So there's some altcoins that Bitcoinist is saying are going to pump. We'll see if it's true. Now, this article might be a little bit controversial. How Trump victory has divided the crypto community. I know a lot of people in the crypto industry are pro-Trump, but I know a lot of people that are not pro-Trump. And I know it's a sticky point, unfortunately, but let's see what this article has to say. This is an opinion of the article writer, Rachel. So let me just go ahead and read it to you. Do not shoot the messenger, please. Many in the crypto industry see President-elect DJT in 2024 United States election as a watershed moment, largely thanks to the myriad promises, the amount of promises that the Trump team has made during the campaign trail. Still, some members of the U.S. crypto community took other factors into account. Like Margaret Rosenfeld, the chief legal officer of fintech platform Tilt, told Cointelegraph that not all crypto enthusiasts are single-issue voters, and that's true. Right? It's not just because you like crypto, I'm going to vote for you. There's a number of other things that I need to see you complete or to have a game plan for. Rosenfeld said that some of the individuals found it difficult to reconcile the support for crypto with Trump's other controversial positions. We clearly saw some clashes at the extremes, and we did on Twitter, on social media platforms from various sides. It got a little bit heated there, where differences in political ideology led to intense debates, sometimes leading to personal attacks coming from both angles. Most apparent were arguments that arose on social media platforms such as X during the election cycle. For instance, several social media influencers tweeted about how the Democratic Party lost the election due to anti-crypto policy. And I do sort of agree with that. I do not agree 100%, like, because Ms. Harris did not take a more abundant crypto stance, she lost the election. But I think it played a significant role in getting her the votes that she needed. She didn't take advantage of the opportunity. Many of these tweets sparked angry responses from Democrats who supported crypto. Social media posts sharing that Crypto for Hackers campaign also proved controversial. Trump supporters made some negative comments on these posts, demonstrating an ongoing division between Republican and Democratic members in the crypto community. You can see a colleague that I bumped into, Dennis Porter, did mention, how Mark Cuban and Anthony Scaramucci and several other members of Congress, Harris, Crypto for Harris, or whatever you want to call it, whatever that campaign was. Most people in the crypto industry understood that voting is a deeply personal decision and respected difference in views, which we do need to do, and stop trying to push your ideals and views on others. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. We could still live in this world. This helped maintain a level of cohesion with the crypto community despite varying political perspectives. Crypto community members offended by different viewpoints on X during the last election cycle may have transitioned to Blue Sky. The social media platform has surged in popularity since the election. While many crypto community members are excited about the Bitcoin price and other cryptocurrencies following Trump's victory, most industry observers agree that crypto should remain bipartisan. And I do 100% agree with that. It needs to remain bipartisan. And I think regardless if Trump was president or not, yes, we enjoyed the pump. Bitcoin and crypto would have continued to survive. Not all cryptos, but Bitcoin primarily would have continued to move forward and do good. But we'll see. Crypto is for everyone and empowers every human to be heard and counted. Unfortunately, crypto was heavily politicized by the current administration, which it was on both ends. So it's not theirs to control. It's not theirs to manage. They can't turn it off. They can't turn it on. They can use chain analysis or analytics to track down bad actors who use it, which is why they shouldn't be using Bitcoin. If you're using Bitcoin, you're being stupid. There's other assets that you can use to accomplish that. Oh, speaking of which, did we hear about the Tornado Cash and the court ruling on it? Like, the guys are still, unfortunately, going to serve time, but the court ruling on it, I thought was pretty good. It's not great for privacy. Tornado Cash is not something I would use at all. But it was very interesting to see, very interesting to hear. Yusuf Putz says he's been banned off of Blue Sky 10 times already. It still remains to be It still remains to be seen how much of this will be backed by policy. I'm hopeful and optimistic. I think there are voices in administration who are giving wise counsel. Yeah, there are. But how long will they be able to stay wise? Dennis Porter is like all over the place. Jeez Louise. A number of elected officials lost their race due to opposition to Bitcoin. This will send shivers down the spines of other candidates, which is why politicians need to be cautious with their position. Is that from Dennis Porter? Yeah, that's from Dennis Porter. The question for Democrats is a hard one to answer because the core of the policy is ideology. It's aggressiveness that did a few things. They picked cultural stances that were not where most country stands, and then they picked economic policies that were not good. I don't know. We'll see. I just know that this past election, a lot of threads were torn or frayed, and is disappointing. We should be able to have differences of opinions, thoughts, and still live in the world together. Moving on, Putin signs law declaring crypto as property in Russia. Let's see here. So he signed a law officially designating digital currencies as property, laying the groundwork for taxation and regulation within the sector, announcing that on November 29th, the law recognizes digital currency for the foreign trade transactions under experimental legal framework, making a significant shift in Russia's approach to cryptocurrency oversight. Under the new law, mining and selling digital currencies are exempt from value add tax, or VAT, and no taxes applied to organization facilities facilitating transactions within the experimental regime. However, mining operators must report users of their infrastructure to tax authorities, and non-compliance leading to the penalties of 40,000 rubles, or $382. Revenue earned from mining is classified as non-cash income and subject to standard income tax rates. This classification requires the mining expenses be deducted before determining the taxable income. Interesting. Personal income tax for digital currency transactions follow a progressive system: 13% for the income up to 2.4 million rubles and 15% for amounts exceeding that threshold. Starting in 2025, corporate profits from mining will face a 25% tax. Ooh. The Russian, I don't know how much that is though for them as far as rubles. The Russian State Duma, the lower house of parliament, passed the digital currency taxation law and its second and third readings on November 26th. Subsequently, the Federation Council, the upper house, approved the legislation on the 27th. Following these approvals, the law was presented to Vladimir Putin for his signature, which he did sign. The legislation restricts tax options for entities engaged in mining or cryptocurrency sales, barring them from using simplified, automated agriculture or self-employment tax systems. Interesting. Cryptocurrency-related activities also exclude from the patent tax system. The framework aims to regulate cryptocurrency sector and to focus on, what is that? Please use a keyframe frequency for seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent off enough, which can be caused. Dude, I can't do anything about that. Shut up. I need a law professional to educate me on this. Somebody, one of our crypto miners in Russia, got anything to say about this that they can say in private communications? Let me know. How is this going to impact you in your mining operations? I want to know from you, please. All right. And that seems to be it. I do need to research. How long is this video? Let me go ahead and mute it real quick. It is muted. How long is this video right now? All right, so 8 minutes. I'm going to have to watch it. Is Red Panda going live today? But that's going to do it for Caffeine and Crypto. Right now, we're just going to hang out. Answer any questions if you have any questions. And then Red Panda may be going live. I'm not sure if he's scheduled to go live. He might not be. It is the holiday, and I wasn't planning on live streaming myself, but I did want to test out the restream capability to both Twitch and YouTube. So thank you for everybody coming and hanging out with us from wherever you are. I appreciate you. What's up, Yeti? Any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts? As I let you guys go, Rabid Mining will be going live in an hour, maybe? Let's see here. Rabid Mining. Let's check out some of my... It's nice and cold here, so let's go ahead and check out some of my rigs. But let's see if Rabid Mining is planning on going live. Don't see anything yet from Rabid Mining. Maybe they took the day off as well. Thank you for the $5 donation. Good day, all. Hope all in the U.S. is great. Yeah, it was great. Happy Thanksgiving to Yeti. Will when Zelcore audit? I thought we had something on that, Yeti. I thought we did do something on Zelcore. But again, the problem isn't the Zelcore wallet, like the features of it, but the fact that you can, it's a static PIN number that you would set up that can be brute force. And again, if I know your user ID and you use that user ID on multiple avenues like DX pool, F2 pool, online websites, mining pools, and you're using the same user ID and the same fucking password, it's not going to be hard to brute force the fucking wallet. It's not. It's not. But I will watch it, and Yeti, we'll talk about this later. Yeti's been very busy as well as myself. Obviously, we wanted you guys... Please call me after you stream. Yeah, I'll give you a shout. I need to check in with the wife. We need to get her ready for the event tomorrow in Jacksonville, Florida, Duval. If you guys are coming in the area and you want to hang out, a little puff and paint event. If you guys are into that. If you're not into that, I understand. Respect it. I don't do it myself, but I do support the medical marijuana field and my wife. But anyways, closing down some stuff here. I don't have anything else to add. Any questions, comments, concerns? Let's go check out how my babies are doing. Thermally, they are doing pretty darn well. So internal temperatures 46 to 59. The liquid temperature is like 33 degrees. Doing about 170 terahash. Doing really well. Really well. Let's check out the other one. About the same temperatures. The 110 terahash is doing a little bit more power, while the 120 terahash a little bit more efficient, even though they both have the same Epic blockchain control board. The Mini Doge 2 is probably, I wonder how cold the Mini Doge 2 is. It's 77. I bet you the fans are running really low. Actually, they're running pretty good. I wonder the garage. The garage has got to be cool. Like, everything in this house is super cool, so I love it. Like, GPU rigs, everything is up and running. Keeping the house warm internally. But, you know, the radiator for the immersion cooling is outside, so it's got beautiful, cool, crisp air. I think there's a freeze warning tonight in North Florida. So everything is running good. Miggy, if you still want that M30 and you're watching this on X, make sure you hit me up. I got that What's Miner M30 for you if you really wanted to do some classes or courses or anything. Let me know. All right, Zelcore is a closed source. We're going to work with Zelcore to open it up, the code and Yeti audits for an audit, and yes, it will be made public. Yeah, if it's a closed source application or software and they don't reveal their code, then yeah. But I don't think, not to be mean, but why is it not in pill form? Why do 2 blocks of residents have to smell a medical treatment? There's edibles. I don't know what you're talking about, Tech Man. There's edibles. I know cancer patients that use edibles and they do have pills for it. So I'm not sure what you have in your area, but you could get everything from what they call flower or inhalation all the way down to a topical or something you put on your joints, like you know, like for aches and pains and stuff like that. So not everybody needs to smell it, and you can, instead of smoking it, eat it. And it works just as good. You know, like little babies that are dealing with cancer or epilepsy, oh my goodness, epilepsy, geez Louise. Then yeah, they're not going to smoke. They're not going to walk around with a joint. They're going to be getting edibles. They're going to be getting some sort of treatment to help them out. Yeah, I don't like the smell either, but there's some vape options out there that the smell is a lot better than what it used to be. But we'll have to see. But yeah, man, just like anything in this world, things can be done in a conservative measure and things can be done in an overblown measure. And when people take it overboard or have no respect for others in a public environment, that's when the problem arises, right? Especially when you have a little child with asthma and we're walking through a park and then, you know, we got 10 people chiefing down on a blunt and it just activates their asthma. And you're like, hey guys, can you do that outside? Like not outside because you're in a park. But can you do that towards the outer perimeter of the park instead of like in the middle of where the kids are playing? That would be greatly appreciated. You know, just got to have some respect. That's all. But there's a time and a place for everything. Time and a place for everything, in my opinion. But you guys know me. I'm a glass half full. Try to stay positive. Try to keep everybody in not in line, but like working together. The more we fight each other, the worse things get. So keep working together and things will be fine. I mean, look at the market, guys. Look at the market. How can you not be happy about this? How can you not be happy about this? Keep your head down, keep grinding, keep developing, keep building, keep growing, and keep helping one another. We'll make it through this, and we'll all be better for it on the other end and on the other side. Anyways, you guys good to go? You have any other questions, comments right now? Post it right now. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap up. And there is like a 1-minute delay. Yeti, I'll get with you as soon as I can. Crypto Craig says, regarding the Zelcore situation, user ID and password are combined and doubled hash to create your private keys. So how would, but see, I have to watch the video. I'm not going to comment on it, but Red Panda is live. All right, sweet. Let's go redirect. over to Red Panda, because I did not see his stream earlier. I'm going to redirect you guys over to Red Panda right now. Bear with me a second. All right. You guys have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, whether you were on Twitter or X or YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And yeah, do me a favor on the way out if this video is still streaming. I don't know if it is, but hit that like button, get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Today's video is brought to you by CryptoMinerBros.com, a leading cryptocurrency mining hardware vendor / distributor, bringing you the latest offerings from Ice River, Bitmain, Gold Shell, What's Miner, and much more from all the various manufacturers. And while they are headquartered in Hong Kong, they have mining distribution centers here in North America that can actually save you money on import